Oh, y'all, just so before we get into it, y'all, I got a shirt, but my shirt is green. It was an Eagle shirt, and I didn't know, my fault. It was a whole lot going on. So, like, yeah. Oh, in this camera. Yeah, so it was a whole lot going on, y'all. So, like, that's why I got on the beater. I don't got on the beater because I'm trying to, like, draw. Like, I got on the beater because, like, my shirt is over there, but it's going to be green, so it's going to look all stupid in the camera. I'm sorry, y'all. Go Birds.
Go bird.
Go Birds. Go Birds.
All right, everyone. This is YD, professional boxer, very humble man, online content creator. Would you like to introduce yourself to the world? Because when I talk about you, it's just JYD superstar, the end.
See, I'm about to say, see, she does this all the time. She give me like the JYD superstar.
Yep.
And I be trying to tell her, like, I'm just a regular individual.
Regular as in undefeated boxer. Regular as in 25 zillion million followers online. Regular as in own a restaurant, 5 Bill Gates buildings and planes. Just regular. Just tell us regular. What regular
So,
means to you?
all right, look. So, I am a professional boxer. I just fought, what was it, last weekend? I want to say like last weekend.
And you won.
Yes, I won 11-0, 10 knockouts. And okay, so I started content creation. Well, I'm sure we'll get into that later.
No,
But
you can move listening to the greatness.
I started content creation about a year ago. Well, this month makes a year. In a couple days, it's gonna be like a year.
And it has millions of views.
Yeah, I do have I do got millions of views. I never calculated them all, but like I do have millions of views. Like I know that for a fact. And within the span of a year, I've made like huge connections, big strides. Got over 40,000 followers in my first year of actually taking content creation seriously. But it was always boxing first, and then I did content creation. And yeah, I like. Other than that, it's really just work, home, gym, work, home, gym, work, home, gym on repeat. She says I'm famous. I'm not
It
famous.
is
I'm known.
superstar.
I'm known. People know me, but I'm
To
not
be a
famous.
superstar.
People know me, but I'm not famous. Like not yet. Like I know the level that fame is on. I'm not there yet, And honestly speaking, it's not even about the fame for me. It's about like obtaining a comfortable life for myself and my family. Like that's really all it's about. Like, you can't say you don't care about the money because you got to care about the money because the money is what you need to live. I just want to be able to live a comfortable life. Everything else is like what it is.
So I'm gonna ask you, what made you decide that boxing was for you?
All right, so it's a little bit of a story. All right, so once upon a time, I'm gonna make a long story short.
No,
but like
we need a long story.
All right, so once upon a time, before I started boxing, I did poetry. Doing poetry for forever. And I was like, I ended up getting like pretty big on Facebook, but my page ended up getting taken away from me because a bunch of people will report me all the time because of the type of poetry that I would do at the time. I did a mixture of poetry from mental health to my personal life to even like Black empowerment poetry. A lot of white people, I'm gonna call it what it is, like reporting me because they didn't like.
They feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, they felt uncomfortable with what I was talking about, but it was like what it is. It's like the views that I used to get on Facebook is like basically the views I used to get like on Instagram current day. Like so I used to be pretty big on Facebook. So then I started doing slam poetry. Slam poetry led me into which was competing. Ended up being picked for a team to represent Philadelphia in the nationals for poetry at that time. So it was me, Enoch, Maddox, Cynthia, and a few other people. I'm so sorry if I forgot you. I want to say Devin was one of them. But nevertheless, we was all selected to represent Philly for the National Poetry Slam.
How old are you at the time?
Oh my God. Ooh, that's crazy. How old was I at the time? So 20, how old am I? 7, I might have been 21.
Nice.
I might have
How
been
does it
21.
feel to be selected for Philly?
It was cool, man, because the people who I was like with were like mad spitters. Like they pen was ill. Like I still believe that Enoch was the best poet on the team. Like Enoch is I still think very, very highly of him. I think he's absolutely, if not the best, one of the best poets like in the city, like without question. Enoch's a monster. So like just being picked. I think Kerwin I can't remember if Kerwin was picked or not, but Kerwin's nice too. But nevertheless, everybody that was on the team was nice. Sin and then Sin even from then to now, like Sin Pen got ill. Like she's a monster. Sin is just ridiculous. But whatever the case may be, it was just nice to be picked with them. So it was in Chicago that year. In the midst of all of this going on, my firstborn daughter, she ended up needing to get we didn't know, me and my wife, my daughter's mom, we didn't know that my daughter had a heart issue.
Okay.
So one day we went to the doctor because she was like, my daughter just like seemed real sick. So we went there and the doctor checked her out. And he was like, how long has she had a heart murmur for? And we was like, what?
We didn't know.
Yeah, we like, what? And he was like, I mean, I'm not a cardiologist. We do have a cardiologist here, but it sounds like it's like a heart murmur, but so he calls the doctor in. The doctor Rome, and sorry, I don't know if you watching it, but everyone who's in CHOP knows Dr. Rome. He's like super dope. And Dr. Rome was like, it's not a murmur, but there is something wrong. And from there, we're just like, yo, like what?
Yeah.
That happened. So back to current day of that time, my daughter ended up needing to get open heart surgery. Her surgery was the same week as nationals.
Oh no.
And nationals in Chicago. So of course I chose my daughter.
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna go and
Yeah.
my daughter has to have surgery. My daughter ends up getting open heart surgery. It was successful. Mashallah, was all successful. I'm happy about that. Cool. So then we ended up like basically living in the hospital for like a while because like she had to recover. She has mitral valve regurgitation. So basically the valve that closed off, so the blood pumps out of the heart and then it goes through the body and then it goes back to the heart. So one side is oxygenated blood, the other side is deoxygenated blood. So, but where the blood was pumping out from, her valve was too small. So it wouldn't close off the heart where it's supposed to. So the blood would come up and then some of it will go right back into the heart. So it caused a lot of problems. So she had the surgery, successful, great. We was living in the hospital for a little minute because of the whole process. My job was cool at that time. I was working for a company in Malvern. It was a contractor company that was hired by Johnson & Johnson. It was a good job. But I was like, this job ain't gonna cut it. And then on top of that, like, don't get me wrong, the paying stuff was good, but I was never home because I was working 12-hour shifts and like it was so far away. And at the time, my dad was always telling me since I was like 17, 18, like, you always fighting and you always talking about fighting. Like at that time, I had messed my shoulder up, my back up, and I wasn't playing football no more. So he was like, yo, you might as well box, but I don't do anything that my heart is not into. So if my heart is not into it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I've been that way for as long as I can remember. So I used to always tell my dad, like, I'm not worried about that. But I was a knucklehead at the time. I was just dealing in the streets and being stupid. So then after my daughter had the heart surgery, I was just like, man, like shortly after that, I was like, man, something gotta give. Like, all right, like, I'm gonna just put my hand in the box. I really don't got nothing else essentially going for me, no way. I couldn't write poetry no more because I was too depressed. The best poets are depressed.
Yes.
Like the best poets are depressed. And I understand why, because
The emotions.
yeah, and sometimes you got to talk about things that make you uncomfortable in poetry. Enoch, for example, he has a line in one of his poems. This was from years ago. He said, we holler ourselves out to a more casket than body. And that's the truth. Because it's just like, you're standing from in front of a crowd, you'll do poetry, and you might be talking about a time where you might have almost killed yourself or like anything. But like, we have the ability to put the words together so nicely and like so well. And people are like, oh.
Yeah, because it feels good.
Yeah, but then like you be like, I was just talking about killing myself, and I'm happy that you guys are snapping about it. So it's just like it's a weird, it's a weird paradox. But after my daughter had the surgery, I only wrote one poem after she had the surgery, and I think I only read it publicly once, and I don't even think it's on camera anywhere. I read it once publicly, and then I never read poetry again for years. I never wrote or read for years after that because I just
the passion left.
It was just too much.
Yeah.
It was just way too much. I could not get myself to write at all. Yeah, I picked up boxing. I called my brother Naeem, or my dad. My dad Naeem, we talked about my brother. He connected us, and we just, from there,
Does your brother box? Okay.
And from there, it was just like, I never stopped. From there. So I was 23 years old, but at that time, I had some money put away. So I want to say my first 2 years of boxing, I did nothing but box. I didn't work. I didn't do anything. I only boxed. That was it.
Did you have any like inspiration? Because your brother boxed, but did anybody around you box for you?
So prior to that, like, yeah, I knew people that box. Because like, we in Philly.
Yeah.
You gonna know somebody that box in Philly. Like, my uncle Z's, he died. He used to always tell me like, you need to be boxing. And then my uncle Kayan, he was like, you need to be boxing. My aunt, she was like, yo, you need to box. Like, so many people, I was like, yo, like, you should really probably box. And then at that time, after my daughter had the surgery, I was like, I'm gonna just put my hand. I ain't got nothing else going for me. Like, why not?
Was it therapeutic as well?
Yeah, boxing is therapeutic. I say it all the time. Poetry and boxing are two things that like really, really saved my life. Like poetry and boxing, because like, and my daughter essentially too, because of the fact that like she's why I was like I'm about to go in because I need to do better for them. But poetry and boxing, like poetry, I was a weird kid. And like I say that happily because like I told people like don't be afraid to be weird. Like be weird. I was a weird kid and I'm okay with that. I'm still weird now. Like I don't but I'm confident in who I am.
now
So,
like,
yeah, I don't really care. Like I do things, I say things.
But you found weird though, weird because you like to write, or weird because you're not a typical black person, whatever that
yeah, like so yeah, like I don't know, like it's hard to describe. Like anybody who all right, so people say all the time, like if you know me, it's kind of like knowing like 10 different people. I used to skateboard. My brother is actually a professional skateboarder. My brother Josh, shout out to Josh, he skates for Palace. He's got a shoe with DC. He got his first pro shoe with DC. He had a billboard in Philly, the first Philly skater from Philly to have a billboard in the city. Shout out Josh.
Shout out.
So I was skateboarding for like half my life. Like I skateboarded, watch anime, play football, huge nerd about like science and stuff. Like I like science. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like I had a very bad past in the street, and then it's just like he listens to rock music, and then rap, and then like jazz, and then like documentaries, and like it's just like a whole bunch of different things that a lot of people aren't into that I'm into. Then I play a whole lot. But then a lot of people who know me who see me don't really think that I play a lot because they don't really know me. But like I play a lot. Like I'm a playful person. It's just it's so many different variations, I guess, of myself. It can be different.
Yeah, because I'm saying this because I feel like everywhere there is a box as to what black people are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And by the time you talk a certain way, you're different. Like the same thing with me. Because I was born and raised in Europe, right?
No.
And my parents are African. I'm from Switzerland. And the black that I am is not quite African because you still have this.
Yeah.
But it's not quite, I guess, black because you are too whatever. Then you think you're too much. Or then it's like, what? I'm just black. You know what I mean? I'm black, but it's like there is a box of what black people are supposed to be, and when you're not that, she's weird, she's different, she's not this, and she's not that. That's why I asked you.
I mean, but it's true because like I was just talking. Who was I just talking to? I was just talking to somebody yesterday about it. Like I grew up like, and you know, we wasn't the poorest people in the world, nothing like that, but like we did grow up rough. Like we grew up rough. Being from the hood, a lot of people think if you black and you ain't go through a certain struggle, then your success ain't as good as somebody else's success. And it's just like for me, I guess I would want my kids to fit in that box because of the fact that me having a great life or providing a great life for my kids mean that I've succeeded as a father. So like if I'm good and then my children are good and they like, and then somebody from the hood like, oh, well, you only had it because your dad. Exactly.
Same with my kids too,
Like, you right. She only got it, all my kids.
Yeah.
My son, my daughter, they only got it because I had it. And I made sure they got it. But what I say that yes, it's different having success coming from what I came from. 100% it is different, and that's okay. But I'm not going to downplay somebody who was already in a more quote unquote privileged position. You know, so
that's how it should be though.
That's how it should be.
Because I feel like as black people again, we tend to want to pass on struggle.
Yeah,
that's something we have to stop. Absolutely stop.
Yeah, it's funny. As people of color, typically like. All right, like, so some people like, all right, we talking about black people stuff. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna just let it be known what it is. Like, we'll just box it off for a second, right?
Yeah.
White people, white kids, they might inherit a trust fund. They might inherit this or they might inherit that.
My children.
You know? Cool. Right. Good. But listen, in order for any child to inherit that, it's good. But in the black community, especially like in the hood, coming from where I came from, we inherit debt. And when I say we inherit debt, like, so imagine this, you are a kid and your mom is a single mother, right? And she put the cable in your name and you was only 4 years old. So now when you do get like older, you're like 18, 19, you're like, how could I have put cable? So now you're trying to explain to the cable company, you're trying to explain to the gas company, explain to all these companies like, I was 4 years old at that time. There's no way I could have did this. So now you're not trying to tell on your mom for identity theft and identity fraud. But now at the same time, your credit score is like 200 and like your name got so much on it. But as a black mother, I'm not mad at her for that. Why? Especially as a black single mother, because she was a black single mother and she didn't, and she only had
she had to do it.
Yeah, she had to make way the way she had to make way. So I do know that my mom, when she you know, sometimes she would make us something to eat. And little kids like, oh, like, oh, where your food on me? And she'd be like, I'm on a diet. And then you get older and you realize she wasn't on a diet. She wasn't on a diet. She just picked off our plate before she gave it to us.
Yes.
Like, that's all she ate for the night.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when you get older, you realize those things.
And you appreciate them so much more.
Yeah.
The selflessness was crazy.
It was absolutely insane. And then you start to see like, all right, I know what it feels like to go, like, even when my mom went to nursing school to get her LPN, we went like basically that whole time with no gas in the house. So like it was just kerosene heater, electric burner, and like, yeah, like, cause she was like, listen, we gotta get it, and she got it, and she made it happen. So like, I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, I'm proud of my mother. Like, yeah, I'm proud that she made that sacrifice, that she did that for herself first and then for her children. Like, she made it happen. Like, at the end of the day, can't nobody take that from her. Like, and the struggle that we went through, guess what? Like, it was 10 times worth it. You know what I mean? My mother's a homeowner. My mother's an LP, and my mother's an amazing woman, like, bottom line. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, you know, that's just what it is. And like, a lot of people hear me talk about my mom and like, they like, oh, well, where's your dad? Like, and you know, my dad was a great dad, bottom line. He was. Sometimes he dropped the ball, sometimes he didn't. Sometimes my mom might have dropped the ball, sometimes she didn't. And it just happens that way. But you know, sometimes when you grow up a certain type of way, like even like how my dad grew up, like my dad grew up in the street, and he had to, my dad's concept of time was money. So when you grow up from 15, 16, whatever years old, and you in the street and you trying to take care of people by just dealing out money, because all you know is this bill, do this. When you get older and you've been like that for so many years, it's hard to turn it off. So like, yeah, he did the best he could. You know what I mean? Like, my dad is like super present. Anybody who knows me knows who my dad is.
I was actually just about to ask you, is it a coach? Is it a manager? Is it just your best friend?
That's my dog, man. My pop is my dog, man. Yeah, he is my manager, but that is my best friend. And I'm his best friend and he's my best friend. Like, that's my dog. Like, if I go like, you mean, like, I might go like a day or two, and he don't, like, I don't call his phone, he'll call my phone. He'll be all like sad, but like,
because that's amazing to see both of you. You can tell you're close.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real loud, my dog. He be like, you can call me just checking. I'm like, ain't you sad for me? Shut up. Like, but no, he's super cool, man. My mom's super, like, yeah, like, you know, but it's black, just because you different as a black person, like,
definitely.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator has an interview where he talks about that. It was he dropped it a couple years ago. Like, man, like, it don't matter what you like you're black.
Yes,
you're black. Like, yeah, and that's just what it is, you know. So yeah.
So how did both your parents respond to boxing? Look like your father was more hands-on.
So yeah, my dad like super hands-on, and my mom is supportive too, but at the same time, my mom don't want to watch me fight nobody. My mom don't want to fight. I got aunts and grandmothers, and you know, I just literally yesterday talked to my grandma, and she was just like, cause I was over her house, and she was just like, I love you, New, and I watch you. I see your stuff on Facebook and da da da. Oh my God! So I just dropped. I'm just going to refer to myself as Jay. That's not, my family doesn't call me Jay, but she, oh, I see your stuff on Facebook and on all the time. But I can't go. I can't go because if somebody, my aunt D says the same thing. If somebody hits you or somebody hits you the wrong way, yeah, they like, no, it's gonna be a fight in the crowd, because I'm gonna be fighting security and be like, don't put your hands on my baby like that. It's just like, so to them, I understand, because that's how they was raised. They was raised, if one fight, everybody fight. Like, it ain't no one-on-ones. That's how it was with my family. Like, if one of y'all fight, everybody fight. Like, that's just what it is. Like, it's gonna be one on whatever. And then if they family come back, then oh well, they family come back, and then now everybody fighting. My grandma, my mom, my aunt, all of us, everybody out there fighting. We ain't never do that. We ain't play that. So that's how really what it is with my mom and my dad. Like, my dad is like super hands-on. He's there. And when he first started, my dad wasn't always in my corner. Like, he was, when I say in my corner, I mean physically, like in my corner boxing. Like, he's a corner man now. Like, my dad is actually a corner man. When I first started off, he wasn't a corner man, because I wasn't comfortable with him being a corner man, and he wasn't ready to be one.
So were you scared of disappointment or losing, or
no?
Like, what was it?
He didn't understand, and at first, he didn't understand how to separate fighter from son. And I'm not, when I'm in the ring, I had to tell him so many times, I'm not your son when I'm in that ring. When I'm in that ring, I'm not your son. I'm just another fighter, and you need to carry it that way. Like, I don't need to be in the ring worrying about if you're worrying about if you are emotionally, like when I'm in the ring, you need to emotionally detach from me. Because when I get in the ring, I don't care about nothing. I don't care about my kids, my wife, my dad, my this, my mom, my dad, none. Like, when I say none of them, like, no, my wives know, like, don't play with me. Like, I don't care about whatever you got going on. My kids know, everybody know. The only thing that matter is me and the guy across from me. And the only voice that I hear is Breadman voice. That's it. But once my dad became more comfortable and got that experience, it was like, like, play the corner. Like, now you could play the corner. But he's always been there, literally since the very first day with me boxing. Like, always been there.
So this platform is about inspiration.
Yes.
What is the advice you would give your younger self, for any younger guys watching you right now?
What advice I would give my younger self? Let me see. I don't know what advice I would give my younger self. So this is two things. One, I don't know what I would tell my younger self, but two, I know what I would tell the young boys today.
Okay.
So one, I don't know what I would tell my younger self, because if I would have done anything differently, would I be where I am now?
True.
Like, would I be where I am now? I have no idea, because there are some things that I've done in my life that I wish I hadn't done.
Okay.
And there are some things that I can't take back.
Okay.
And that's okay, I guess.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's part of the journey.
That's a part of the journey, right? And I just, kid from West Philly, dog. Kid from West Philly. 56th Street, 57th Street. Like, that's just, I'm really from West Philadelphia. Just a kid who grew up in my grandmother's house. Mom did the best she could. Grandma, aunt, dad. Like, and I made some rough decisions. My brother made some rough decisions. And we had to, it started with my brother first. He had to man up quick. And I understand why he did what he did. It don't make nothing, so he did right.
Yeah.
But when you see your mom go through certain struggles, like, even as a young man, like, my brother wasn't right for, I wasn't right for nothing, so I did. But you see your mom go through certain stuff, you like, as a man,
You wanna help?
you like, dog, like,
A transparent.
yeah, I can't go for that no more.
Yeah.
And that's just really what it was. So I don't know what I would tell my younger self to do differently, because I don't know where I'm at. But I would just tell myself, of me today, stay the course. But for the young boys out here, don't do nothing I did. Like, I know I didn't go into depth about nothing I did, and I'm not going to. But don't do nothing I did, because it's not worth it. It's nothing out here in the street but death and jail. Like, that's the truth. And your mom, like, when you go, I'm gonna put it to you like this: before you go out here, before you grab your guns, before you do any of this cool stuff, like, and I'm directly talking to y'all if I'm looking at the camera, before you go out here, do any of this cool stuff that they talk about in these rap songs, just remember this: one is no guns behind the wall. Remember that. So most of y'all can't fight, and I say that respectfully, but most of y'all can't fight, and y'all get behind them walls, and there's a whole nother world when you in there with a dude. And I say, anytime I speak at schools, I always use myself as an example. You got a funny looking guy, you got a funny looking nigga like myself behind them walls, and he already done did 30 calendars, and he got 50 more. He's never coming home. Yeah. And all he do all day long is calisthenics, lift weights, get strong, punch on walls, and hurt niggas all day for a living. Like, that's what he do. And you ain't never been in no situation like that. And when you go into his cell, that is his home. That's his home. That is his home. And he don't play. Now, whatever happens behind that door that's his business, because you are in his house.
Yes.
But on top of that, your homies that you rocking for, I promise you, they're not gonna be there. I'm telling you that from experience. I guarantee you that your homies that's all out there, yes, my dog, long live, they're gonna be out here getting all that money, and they gonna forget about you. I promise you, they're gonna forget about you. The same chick that you was popping, they gonna start popping. They gonna listen. You know who's gonna be there for you? Your mother, and you a sucker for that. and you a grown man on punishment behind a wall, and your mom laid on her bills and laid on her rent and laid on groceries because she trying to make sure my baby got a blanket in there, my baby got food in there, my baby got shoes. This is the wintertime and it's cold. This is what mothers be saying about their sons. That's behind the wall. You a sucker. You supposed to be taking care of your mom at that age. You are. But now you either dead or in jail. Your mother is left suffering because of you. Don't be a sucker. Don't do nothing that I did or my folks did in the street because it's not worth it. That's what I was telling her.
And that's a good advice. Because I think they think it's cool somehow.
No.
And even in the songs, like somebody was giving me an argument that, not an argument as in arguing, but he was bringing the point that, you know, the drill songs that the YNs have, they spells. It was like there is something about those songs that, like, you know, like you're listening to it, it makes you want to, you want to do shit. It's like, just listen to it. And it was like they literally spell dragging kids. Like pipe for shit.
See, it's funny because, like, I'm Muslim. Like, I'm Muslim, but, like, I'm not an individual who, like, walks around preaching because, like, preaching anything because, like, I know myself, so I got my own things to account for, like, and I typically tend to mind my business. What you do is your business. But if someone asks me about it, I'll tell them, inform, whatever. But yes, even in Islam, like, that's the thing, like, that's why music is, like, for music is haram, like, because it has that influence over you. Like, it is, like, essentially a spell. Why? Because you hear the stuff that's being said in the music, and it does influence you. It can make you feel a type of way. It can make you do something. So if you don't think that that's true, regardless of if you're spiritual or not, imagine hearing them drill songs, right? And then knowing that these kids, because I'm going to be frank with you, you 17, 18, 19 years old, you're a child.
Yeah.
You are a kid.
I'd be saying that.
And I wish I could be 17, 18, 19 years old again. You are a kid.
You are a kid.
I'm a man. You shooting your gun don't make you a man. You getting some illegal money don't make you a man. That don't make you a man at all.
Like what you watch the news. You watch the news, and unfortunately, they're losing their lives. And the stories that's gonna be, oh, he was working part-time at McDonald's. His mom still was taking him to school. You a child.
You are a child, and y'all need to understand this. These kids are out here murdering each other.
Yes, that's the thing.
Just to go out here and put it in a song.
To tell on yourself.
Just to tell on yourself. So, imagine that being what your life is. You heard a drill song, you're like, I want to do that too. But at the same time, like, realistically speaking, how you think your mother feel?
Yeah.
Like, knowing that this is what she has to hear her son talking about this. And, you know, imagine it's young boys that's getting killed in front of their mom. Like, like your mom is like right there. You getting murdered in front of your mother, and your mom is crying over your body like, not my baby. Like, how can you die or go to jail knowing like this is what your mother, like, knowing that your mother, like, when the news hits the news and it's like, oh, a stray bullet killed the old lady, and then they lock you up for it, and your mother sees on the news, like, your mother sees her child's face on the news, like, dog, how your mom feel about that? It's insane. It's not a good job.
So when you look at yourself now, you know, you've been through a lot, have done a lot, seen a lot, and you look at both your parents now, how you feel about yourself?
Well, first, I love both my parents. They both cool, and they both cool in their own ways. I love both my parents. That's one. Two, how I feel about myself, I feel like I'm a work in progress, man. I feel like I'm the decisions that I've made also with a twist of what they raised me with. Like, I tell people all the time, like, I realistically speaking, I did bad by myself. Like, anything that you see me do wrong, my mother and father ain't raised me to do none of that. I did that by myself. Like, you gotta be able to take accountability for what you got going on. Like, anything I did wrong, my mom and my dad did not tell me to do that. I did it on my own accord by being a trial and error human being. Yeah, a trial and error human being who I wanted to be. But my mom and my dad, they ain't never tell me to do nothing wrong. They raised me better than that. Even from, I was just getting on the bus. It's like, you'll get on the bus and, like, these kids will just see the old ladies, you know, the elderly people in general, standing up, and, like, they won't get up and give up their seat. And they're just like, my mother.
These kids don't care. Do you hear me? They do not
They don't care. My mom and my dad, if my mother and my father seen me sitting on a bus and there was an elderly person standing up, I would get dragged off of that bus and crushed I'm talking about my mother would crush me, then my father would crush me, then my mother.
Not the family jumping.
I'm talking about what? And then my mother would call my grandpop and my uncle and like
family got
what, yo. I remember when I was a kid, my first ever job was at McDonald's. I was a kid. And I went to McDonald's and I solely got the job. I mean, yes, I was well spoken because my mother and my father also told me like you speak proper when you are in business environments. That's how you speak. You carry yourself a certain way. But I got the job simply for two things. One, I was well spoken, but two, I was the only person that showed up with a nice button down shirt on and nice khaki slack pants on with some dress shoes on to work at McDonald's for $7.25. I was working for $7.25, and that's how I showed up. And everybody else showed up in like track suits, Nike Techs, and just looking any kind of way. I went in there, got the job, went home. When I went to the interview, I was looking around like, these people interviewing. I'm just looking at how they dress. I'm like, I would never be able to. I go home. I tell I'm the one that got it. I go home and I tell my mom like, yo, like I never seen nothing like that before. And my mother said, and I'm happy that you presented yourself that way. She said, because if I would have ever pulled up to that McDonald's and seen you dressed anything like that, I don't care if the job was for $1. Because I was still in high school at that time. I think I was in 12th grade. She said, I don't care if the job was for $1. When you walk out this house, you represent me. And if I would have ever seen you walk into an interview dressed like that, I would have smashed you on sight and I would have told the boss, you ain't hiring him. You can throw his application in the trash. You want to look like a bum? You want to look like you something stupid? I'm going to treat you like that. My mother would have crushed me how to walk into somebody's job interview. Look at how I look right now. And I'm only looking like this because my shirt is green, y'all. But no, that was unacceptable. That was unacceptable. My mom and my dad didn't play that. You know, that was unacceptable. We were not those kids. We were not allowed to present. When you go to a job interview, you show up a half an hour early. That's what it was. You sit there. If you are sitting at a table waiting to be interviewed, you sit there at the table, hands crossed, chest up. Here, presentable, respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You speak properly. You speak eloquently. You represent yourself well. But first and foremost, you represent me. My mother always said, you represent me well. You don't represent me like that. And that's the truth. That's why I say any bad decisions I ever made, I made them by myself. And it's not a representation of my mother.
So, having these beautiful parents, what kind of father are you?
Man, I'm flawed. I'm flawed, man.
I feel like you got a boy or just
I do got a boy. Yeah, I have my son Tristan. I got one son Tristan. In case his dad see this, so that is my son. Though not my biological son. That's my son. That's my.
So do you feel like you kind of like girls different than boys, or you treat them?
They are different. Girls are definitely different than boys. And
what kind of father are you?
I treat all my kids the same.
But are you a strict dad, or you like the girls got you?
I'm both. So okay, so because their moms is like Bree and Deja, they both like they really aren't the disciplinarian. So like it forces me to have to be the bad guy, which I'm okay with being the bad guy because like I'd rather be the bad guy than for mom to be the bad guy. But like also like I try not to be too strict. But like also for example, if my daughter Molly, if Molly Mali, but if my daughter Molly, if she was crying right now, like having a fit, and like her mom called my phone, over the phone right now, all I gotta do is say, Molly, no. And she'll stop crying immediately. Cause like she knows like no. Like my kid, like, but their moms always be like, oh, they feel like they with you because they with me all the time. And then they do and I'm just like, no, cause like y'all don't put your foot down right. Like
we be like that.
Yeah, you don't put your foot down right.
Stuff.
Moms are soft, and for me it's just like
same.
My whole thing's like, listen, I don't got time for that because I think a thing with parents nowadays, parents don't want to be parents, they want to be friends.
Oh no, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
And I tell all of my kids that like, before you think I'm about to be your friend, you got another thing coming. I love you to death, you my daughter, you my son, all that. When you go out into this world, believe you me, they ain't gonna be old gentle. I think
it's true.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I'll go on the record stating this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I believe that gentle parenting is not made.
I don't believe in
It's
that.
not made for people of color.
I don't
It's not
believe
made
it for nobody.
It's
to
not.
be honest.
No. What people that are not of color do is their business.
Yeah.
For people of color, because I'm a black man,
Mm-hmm.
and I know what the world is like for a black man and a black woman.
Facts. I hear what you're saying.
So when in fact someone that is white
Mm-hmm.
goes out, they do have certain things that go their way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the tantrum it works in your favor.
Yeah, a whole lot gonna work in your favor. A whole lot gonna work in your favor. But I'm an advocate of when
My life is not no favor.
yeah, my life is not none of that. My life ain't none of that. So I'm an advocate of like when you go outside, they know like
No, it's true. Like I'm not gonna be favored already, so let's not try it.
let's not even go down that route because I don't play like that.
It's true. It's true.
The world is a tough place, and I want you to be ready for it. And I also want you to know that home is a safe place, but I also want you to know that home is a place that has structure and rules as well. And
Yeah.
I'm also an advocate of black people need to help ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't need to keep saying the white man keep me down.
No.
You don't need to keep saying that. Like we know what is and what isn't. But my whole thing is like we do need to absolutely uplift ourselves. Absolutely acknowledge the fact that there are privileges and things that
Yes.
redlining is still a thing. Things certain things that go on with banks is still a thing. White privilege in general is absolutely a thing. I don't care who thinks not. But blacks holding themselves down is also a thing. Like a small piece of that is like, I'll just say littering. Don't come to the hood and litter, but then when you go to the county, you don't litter.
Yes.
No, we need to take care of our own. We do need to take care of our own environments. Like, because if we don't respect and treat ourselves with respect, no one else is going to. I raise my kids and I treat my kids the same way. My kids know better. Don't play with me. And then also is the thing, there is no such thing as a child's place. Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is, definitely,
Yes, it is.
for sure.
Yes, it is. Everything is not for no child. And my kids know better. You know better. I don't even play like that. Even when I was growing up. When the adults get in the room, make yourself scarce. Do not let my mother, grandmother, aunt, father, nobody look up. And there's adults in the room speaking present. And then they look over and see a child in the room. You know better. Don't ever, and let's just say you was in the room by some slight chance. You interjecting, boy, you're gonna be picking your teeth up off the floor. You better not never interject when no grown person talk, because that's not your place as a child. There is a such thing as a child's place, but the reason why it's not is because you have children raising children.
Yes.
So they want friends.
Yeah.
They want friends. Your son, black woman, your son is not your king.
It's not.
He is a prince.
I'll be saying this.
He's not your king.
People have this dysfunctional breakups and relationship, and they just project everything onto these children like it's not, and it's not helping us as black people either. They go into the world talking about I'm a king. You 5 years old, king of where?
You're king of what?
Kingdom.
You are not. Yes, you're not. You are a prince. Your father is a king. You are little girl. And that's another thing. Like women, when grown women, it always rubs me the wrong way when women say they're looking for princess treatment. That's a problem. That right there lets me know something ain't right, because you should not be a grown woman looking for princess treatment. You should be looking for queen treatment.
Actually, no. My father's my best friend.
And he treats you like a princess. That's the only man that should treat you like a princess is your father. Your father is the only man that should treat you like a princess. Your significant other should treat you like a queen. There should be no woman walking around on this earth saying, I want princess treatment, unless they have a father and they get that from their father. Your man, your significant other, he is the one that treats you like a queen. Do not say, oh, yeah, my boyfriend, my husband, he treat me like a princess. Wrong.
And I think that's, to your point, that's how you can tell that people don't really know much.
Yes.
Or they just discovered something new and try to ride a wave.
Yes.
Because if you knew, or if it was, it's like when people are new money. When you're used to new money, you like the money, but you're not Joe about the money.
Yes.
So why you so gassed over this? Like you don't, like nobody treated you well.
Like nobody treated you well.
You know what I'm saying?
But that comes from parent, like you. I know the title was parenting. That does have a thing to do with parenting, because even if you look at the wrongful conviction rates, you look at crack purposely being, which is a fact, being dropped in the hood. This is a known fact. So when you grew up in an era where drugs are
crack babies.
Yeah, crack babies and overflow, and drugs are just overflowing the neighborhoods. And then on top of that, you can't get hired anywhere.
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do to survive and maintain. But now they're gonna say, which the war on drugs is also a known fact, that was nothing but just to put black men and men of color into jails and then leave these single women. That's enough. Like, okay, so nowadays they have the thing with like they'll say like feminists, right? My whole thing with feminists is this: how dare you, white woman?
Yeah.
How dare you, white woman, tell a black woman you don't need no man.
Nah,
and then you
for
about
real.
to go home to your
your
father,
husband.
your husband, your grandfather, your uncle. You about to go home, and then that black woman is gonna go home to
They
herself.
don't hear you.
That black woman is gonna go home to her son that's in jail.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna go home to a husband that is in the ground, wrongful conviction, everything else, and then she gotta do it herself. And then all that does is tell that black woman now she gotta struggle by herself to try to make ends meet, and then now she grows hate and disdain internally because she's like, why I gotta do this, why I gotta do this. And that same white woman that told you you don't need no man, she go home and she taken care of. How dare you, white woman, tell a black woman she don't need a man? A black man need a black woman like a black woman need a black
We
man.
do.
We need each
I
other.
wish
This is
this
not a
stop. This gotta stop.
and I'm not. Oh, also, I believe anybody could love. Listen, if you white and you black, go ahead, y'all do your thing. I'm not. I'm not a person who says you only got to be. No, but what I am saying is, don't tell no black woman that she don't need no man.
Yeah,
because a black man, a black man need a woman, and a black woman needs a man. We need each other. Bottom line, a woman needs a man. Period. A man needs one. Period.
That's
Bottom line. So do not tell me. Especially don't tell no black woman. Do not tell no black woman. She don't need no man. Yes, she do, because you don't know. Unfortunately, you don't know what it's like.
So, if your kids came to you and said, "Dad, I want a box," would you recommend, or would you be like, "Ooh, no"?
All my kids are going to learn how to box. Every last one of them. I got daughters. 5 of them. They're going to learn how to box because they have to learn how to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Niggas is crazy. Bottom line. And so are women. But it ain't never gonna be no time where you out here and you can't defend yourself. That's crazy. I don't even play like that. There's only 2 exceptions thus far that boxing is not going to be taught to, essentially. And those are my 2 children that are autistic. Okay. I have 2 autistic children, my son and my daughter. And they don't like being touched, and they're not they have things with them where it's just like, I understand that boxing really isn't a thing for them, which is okay. And that's why all their siblings will learn, because like my daughter is 7. Her name is 7. Her name is Leanne. Her middle name is 7. She is partially nonverbal. For a big portion of her life, she wasn't verbal at all. And then one day, me and my wife, Deja, we had her talking one day. And first we thought it was the TV, and we was like, hey, what? And like we kind of look out the room, and my daughter was reading my son Tristan, because my son has to take medication for seizures. His autism kind of trigger seizures.
Yeah.
So he was also, my son was nonverbal until I think he was about 4. And we actually started learning sign language just to try to communicate with him. And so he actually learned it. But nevertheless, my daughter was reading his
That's awesome, by the way. Sign language, everybody.
Yeah, sign language.
Responsible parents right here.
Yeah, sign language is dope. And we actually started, so we heard her read, and we like, what? And she's reading his seizure medication. And then we like, and then that's when we knew, like, we ain't teach her these words. Like, she don't even talk. So then we start putting books in front of her, and she's reading, like, she's at the time, like maybe like 2 years old.
So is it all this time that she wasn't talking?
Never
she was
spoke.
actually learning something else instead?
Yeah, we didn't know any of it. Like, we had no idea. Like, it would be like, hey, so for example, with my son, it took my son, I remember teaching my son to say 2 words. It took me 6 hours to teach him how to say 2 words. 6 hours straight. We sat there, we took breaks, everything. And that was just, at the time, he wasn't verbal at all. And he started trying words. And then he couldn't say Tristan, which was his name. He just could say T. And I was like, okay, say I'm T. I'm T. I'm T. Just to introduce her. I'm T. I'm T. That took 6 hours. 6 hours. So the struggle was real. Yeah. With my daughter, it was none of that at all. It was only noises and like yelling and like nothing else. So then when we heard her read, we was like, what? And then we put books in front of her, and we like, she's 2 years old, and she's like, oh, Phoenix. And we like, how you know what Phoenix is? And we never taught you like PH makes fuck sound. Like, right. Like, oh, and then my dad, he has like a picture in his house. It's like, live, laugh, be comfortable, enjoy your family, blah, blah, blah. It's like a really long picture. And I'm telling my dad, I'm like, she still don't talk. I'm like, she only reads. And then he was like, I know, I hear y'all say that all the time. So I'm like, 7, what did they say? And she read the entire picture up and down. I kid you not. And he was just like, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, 7, what's your name? And she was like,
She's just like
yeah,
great.
like yeah. So, but now she is more verbal. She's not 100% verbal.
Yeah,
but, like,
yeah, but yeah.
she's there. So those are the only two that I don't teach the box because they don't take to it at all. All their other siblings don't have a choice. You have to learn how to defend yourself. You don't have a choice, especially because you have special needs siblings.
So you need to, yeah.
You will be able to defend them.
So are you okay with the self-defense part? But then what if the professional part comes in? Do you feel like you?
I don't think so. I don't think so because of the fact that, like, I don't want that for my kids.
Okay.
I know what comes with this, and I don't want that for my children at all. I know what comes with this.
What is the good part of boxing, and what is the part that you wish was not there?
So the good part about boxing is if it's something that you love, you get to do what you love. You get to travel the world. You get to see things. You get to better your craft. You get to learn self-defense. You get to meet amazing people. Everyone's not amazing, of course, but that's not just the boxing. That's the different stuff in general. Yeah. You get to meet amazing people. You get to just like grow, expand, just market yourself, especially in this climate today with social media. You can properly talk to. If you're a boxer, you need to be on social media marketing yourself. Market yourself. But there's so much good that comes with it. But then the bad is just like, I wish people who don't box stop thinking because Floyd Mayweather
Yes.
made XYZ money. Y'all think boxers make money. The only way that you really make money starting off with boxing is if you are like an Olympic gold medalist and got all these accolades. Then you get money when you start off. Like, you start off making money, you sign to a big promotion company. People who don't do that work regular 9-to-5 jobs. Your favorite boxer that you see on TV.
And you are very honest about this.
Yes.
And this is something that I appreciate about you. Because this platform is also about professionals coming here, of course, telling the world what they're doing, but also being very transparent about how hard it is to get there, even harder to maintain, but the sacrifices and the truth and vulnerability behind those jobs and aspirations are insane.
Yeah.
And something about your content, you are not ashamed. You are not shying away from, listen, I'm the greatest superstar out here. Let me say it for you. Because you're trying to act like you don't want to say it today. I am the greatest superstar, JYD.
I'm regular.
Undefeated.
I'm regular.
Don't play with me.
I'm regular.
But I also have this job and my life is also this. What made you, was it that natural for you to share with people, or it was just a given, or that was a marketing idea?
That's not even, well, also corruption, but you know, that's a whole other thing. Fix corruption in boxing. But how I started with social media is funny. It was actually as I told you so to my dad and to my wife, Deja. My dad was like, you need to, even Bree, because even my wife Bree, she was like, you know, do it too. Like, but my dad was just like, I'm telling you, son, you need to do it. You need to do it. We'll market yourself. I'm like, dog, yo, I'm not doing none of that. I'm cool. Like, I was born in the wrong era of boxing. Like, people gonna know me from the work I put out. I don't care about no social media. I'm not no social media boxer. So he was like, yo, just do it. Just do it. Deja was like, oh, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. So I'm like, all right, look, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna do the video just to show y'all, like, it ain't nothing behind it. It's like, oh, well. So I did it to prove a point that it was going to fail, and then it ended up succeeding. So the first video I put out is on my page. It's so far down because I post 2 to 3 times a day every day. So the video is so far down, but the very first video is, I believe, is right after the video of me and my brother Kuko running track. Me and Kuko was running track, and I think it's the video after that. But the first video, I believe it was like, just because you can box don't mean you can fight, and just because you can fight don't mean you can box. And then that video went absolutely insane. It ended up getting like 500,000 views, I believe. And I'm just like, come on. I'm like, yeah. So then Deja was like, you need to post every day without missing for the first 90 days. Because she started doing social media before me. And she blew up like overnight. Like, when I say overnight, like literally overnight. Like on Monday, she had 140 followers, no views, nothing. It was on a page that she never used. She posted a video. It got like 15,000 views, 20,000 views. And it was like, what? And then she posted another one, did the same thing. And then like overnight, it went from like 140 to like 3,000. And it was like, wait, what? And it just literally just started blowing up. So she was like, you need to post every day for 90 days without missing just one time a day. The next 2 videos I posted did like 50,000, 60,000. Or no, they're like, I don't want to say like 20 and then 50. Then like the 4th or 5th video that I did, that joint got like 600,000. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not stopping.
Yeah, no, at this point.
So I just kept going and going and going and going and going. And then a year later, I ended up here. So like, it wasn't this, according to like me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know who's religious or spiritual, whatever, but my plan, this was never a thing. But for Allah said like, yeah, because this wasn't the part. I wasn't supposed to be doing any of this, according to me. This was all literally just like, nigga, let me show y'all this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, it will. And then next thing I know, people like, yo, like, and I even told my dad, I said, if I do this, I'm not lying about no fancy car, no fancy.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
If I do this, I'm keeping it real, people, and letting them know I'm a regular person. Like, bottom line, I got a regular messed up car. At the time, I had a, oh my God. I think my dad might got a picture of it. At that time, I had a Malibu. I want to say it was like a white Chevy Malibu. If Julian and Kyron and Brad see this, they'll know the car I'm talking about. I had like a white Chevy Malibu. And my daughter had like a real bad, she needed to like get rushed to the hospital one day. It was like real bad. And like I'm rushing out of my driveway, and like I hit like the front of my car on like my balcony thing in my old house, and it like ripped the front of my damn grill off basically. So I jump out, I get some jump rope, I tie the front of my car up, boom, boom, tape, jump rope, boom. I was riding, I'm making all these videos, I'm doing all this, getting all these views or whatever. I'm telling people like, yo, like I'm trying to tell you I'm a regular person. I'm literally, you can see me riding around the city like with jump rope, like for a minute, like that was my car. Like I had my jump rope, tied the hood of my car down, and it was duct tape and bubble gum and jump rope holding my car together for real. And that's just what it is, you know what I mean?
But you kept going though, like people get so discouraged, and
because I don't care.
Yes.
I don't have to impress anybody. Like I don't have to impress you. You don't pay my bills. You don't take care of my kids. You don't cook my food. You don't love me. Like
people care too much about the way they look, about who is watching.
Yeah, it means nothing. That doesn't pay my bills. I tell people all the time, like, in case anyone is hearing this, I specifically want you to do this. If you have anything negative to say about me, I don't mind it. The only thing I don't like is when y'all say negative things and y'all don't say it in the comments. Say it in my comments so it can see the algorithm. If you don't say it in my comments, it's a waste. I need you to hate in my comments.
So we can respond.
So I can, oh, see, I'm pants responding. I'll ignore you.
Oh, you will.
You know why? You know why I ignore?
I ignore too.
You know why?
Tell me.
Because my community says it for me.
Yeah. I
never have to defend myself at this point. Like my community, like they
no, because you build the strongest community, but that's a healthy community.
Yes.
They really genuinely fighters that want to know how do you go through it?
Yes.
What is the money? What you do, what you don't do. Like they genuine, it's like you're educating. You're really an educator.
Yeah, I try to see, people have even told me I don't make money with boxing because I'm a bum. I'm like, bro, if you say so. But my whole thing is this. Gervonta Davis just made an interview. He just had an interview and he just said himself. He said, before I fought Jose Pedraza, I was broke. All the fights, as many fights I had, I was broke. Danny Garcia just got done saying, before he got what I believe was Al Heyman, and he had fought, what's his name? He punched like a goddamn mule kick. Everybody thought he was gonna. Everybody thought that Danny was gonna lose to him. Whatever the case may be, Danny just got done saying, before I got that fight, I just got done telling my dad, like, listen, this boxing stuff ain't paying the bills. I'm tired of it. And he was like 20 fights in or whatever, like close to that. He was like, I'm about to be a fireman. So many fighters are coming out saying, Caleb Plant just talked about it, saying how, like, I believe he was working at like a steel mill and sleeping on like his friend's floor on an air mattress, like his car, how you say, his car was like nothing. He's like, it could only get me from A to B, but that's all I needed was just to get from A to B, sleeping in the gym, sleeping here. It's like, it was what it was. People think that we just are made of millions because we box, and that's not what it is. Like,
I think that's Mayweather that did that. Like the misconception.
Floyd Mayweather ended up having to even buy himself out his contract because it wasn't good enough for him. Y'all gotta understand, it don't work the way y'all think it works. That's not how it works. Like, we are regular people with jobs, dog. Like, I work a trash job.
So if the reality is that you need to have an additional job, or maybe even an extra one if you want to be fancy, what is the attraction other than the passion?
That's the attraction. I love it. I don't do nothing that my heart's not in. If I didn't box right now, if I didn't box, I'd probably be extremely depressed. Like when everything goes left, I always say it, like so many things, from eviction notices,
Yes,
to shut off notices,
yeah,
to this, to that, to the third, dog. All of it. The one thing that stayed consistent was boxing. I've been in the hole bad, and every time Allah made a way, and I always just stayed in the gym. It was what it was. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like that eviction notice not gonna go away because I don't go to the gym.
yeah, no,
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
yeah, he's still gonna be
yeah,
here,
that's the truth. Like,
but I feel better.
yeah, the shut off notice not gonna go away because I'm not in the gym. Like, no. So the passion, you do it for the money gonna come if you good.
All right. So I would like you to tell us, what is the future for JYD, professionally and personally?
Keeping it short, like I say, every interview about boxing, man, like just working hard. Like, I'm gonna work hard regardless. Like, you just gotta work hard. You gotta push through. Personally, I don't know, because I got so many different things going on that I love to do. Content creation, boxing, just expanding, educating, growing, reaching out, giving back to the community, working with, regardless of how people might take it, like, yes, trying to work with the police to bridge the gap from the police to the streets, and the police to the young people. And so, like, I want to bridge that gap, just speaking in schools,
Yes.
speaking at detention centers, helping out, giving back to the community. Anybody who follows my page knows that I do give back to the boxing community and to the
Yes, I
community in
see.
general all the time. I try to give back. For a while, I was doing give backs to single mothers, groceries. I was giving away $100 in groceries for a couple months. Yeah. And I'm actually working on starting that back up, actually. So it's just like, you gotta it's just so many different things that I want to do. So yeah, just stay tuned, I guess.
So you feel like a lot of your future is philanthropic?
Possibly. But on top of that, I want y'all to know this. Just because y'all don't see people do things on camera don't mean that they're not doing it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, don't mean they're not doing it. Like, most of the philanthropic work that I do, y'all probably will never hear about anyway, because I'm not doing it for y'all. Like, I'm doing it for the purpose that it's supposed to be done for.
For sure.
Some things will be done on camera, yes, of course, but yeah, everything don't have to be for the camera. Everything is not for the people.
For sure.
Everything's not for the people.
And I have, I guess, my very last questions. So, is there a particular belt that you would like, or do you have any Olympic dreams, or is there a fighter, a known fighter that you always told yourself, before I retire, I need to get this one?
So I don't know, because I know, as far as, well, when I was an amateur, I wanted to do Olympics, and then I think for Keyshawn Davis, they made an exception for him, even though he was pro, to let him go back and do the Olympics. But typically, you can't do the Olympics unless you're an amateur. So like, that door for me is closed. But I want all the belts. I want all the belts. Any specific particular fighter like that I'm looking to fight, no. Reason being, like, either you gonna fight me or you not.
Yeah.
I try not to be like arrogant or cocky enough on, like, and like
Superstar JYD in the building, undefeated. Superstar JYD.
I try, but they know me. Y'all know me. Y'all know who I am, and I know who y'all are. So we ain't gonna play the game like y'all don't know who I am. Y'all know exactly who I am. Y'all know who I am, and I know who y'all are. We will fight. Don't worry about it. Like, we will fight. I don't have to say no names. Y'all know who y'all are. We will fight.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Superstar JYD was in the building with us. Thank you so much for opening up, for inspiring other people, and trusting this to be a safe space for you.
Follow me on JYD_world on Instagram, and on TikTok, JYD_world1, because I forgot my original page password. And then on YouTube is JYD_world. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.